Welcome back to the channel. My name is a-bomb. We're back with Football Manager 2020 and a deal with the Devils with Manchester United, a double live com as promised today. We're going to start with the first leg of our Champions League knockout tie, which is against Marseille. And then after that, we have a chance for a trophy on our third attempt at getting a trophy this season in the Carabao Cup at Wembley against Tottenham. So hopefully we'll get a trophy at the end of today's video, but we'll wait and see. We've had two goes at getting trophies this season. Both of them failed on penalties. We lost the Community Shield and we lost the UEFA Super Cup to Napoli. So hopefully third time will be a charm. But as always, if you're enjoying this series, drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, do consider subscribing and turning on notifications. We're going to jump straight into it. So last time it was a tough game against Fulham. They might not have had a great deal of shots, not compared to us anyway, but they created like one chance. They weren't that bad. We won 2-0, Costa and Cavani with the goals. Yeah, it was a good win. Fulham are doing well. They're on mid-table, so this was a tough game. Two matches off camera, as I said, and the first one was a 4-0 away win against the struggling Leicester, who are down in the wrong end of the table. This one saw a hat-trick for Douglas Costa, which is nice to see. A 4-0 win away from home. Costa gets 3 goals, takes him up to, I think, 9 for the season in all competitions. I might be wrong about that, but we'll have a look in a minute. But yeah, 4-0. Costa gets the first goal and then gets his second just before half-time. We won a penalty on 65 minutes, which I wasn't going to give to Costa, but he took it anyway because he was on a hat-trick, so give him the hat-trick. He scored that. It was 3-0, and then 3 minutes after that penalty, Pogba added a 4th. So a good performance all round. No one really doing badly here. Havertz wasn't really fully fit. He started, but it didn't last too long, only 62 minutes. But yeah, another good performance. And then we also defeated Arsenal 1-0, just the one goal here. Arsenal, lots of key passes, only one chance created really. We were okay. We could have got a couple of goals more maybe. We had some chances, but 1-0 win. It's another win, which we will absolutely take. Haaland gets the only goal. That came on the 20th minute. Shaw picking up a bit of a knock, so it might be a bit of a doubt for today. I think we'll be playing Chilwell in the Champions League match, but yeah, again, it was another good result. Arsenal having a bit more of the ball than us, but not creating too much. So that takes our winning streak up to 18 competitive wins in a row. And we are unbeaten in 24. So that's going almost too well. We have, for the moment, taken the lead in the Premier League. Only by goal difference, though, by 1 goal. Man City also have a game in hand. So that might not last too long. But yeah, we have managed to catch up with Man City. They were quite a way ahead of us at one point. I think 9 points clear. But they've drawn like 3 games over the Christmas period. So it's not gone too well for them. We have, for the moment, leapfrogged them. But anyway, let's jump into the first of 2 matches of today. So we've still got a little bit to get through. The away game against Marseille, we are favourites for the game, odds on. So hopefully this will go okay, but they might spring a surprise or two. Who knows? I'm not sure how Marseille are doing in the French league, actually. That might be worth a look in a minute. Marseille find themselves in 5th in Ligue 1 behind Lille, Saint-Etienne, Lyon and PSG, who are the champions. Monaco just behind them. I mean, they did well enough to get into the Champions League, so they must be a good side. Alright, so Chilwell has replaced Luke Shaw in the first 11 just to try and keep it a bit fresh. Shaw could play, but going to give him a bit of a rest today because he has played quite a few games in a row. The link between him and Rashford with Chilwell is still not great, so we might go Martial today on the left. There's no link at all there, but it's better than having 2 players that don't play well together. Martial started the season very well, but he has dried up a little bit. He did have 13 goals. Haaland has overtaken him as top scorer, and Rashford's not far behind him either. Cavani also with 9, so we've got some good scorers in the team. Pogba's on 8, Costa's on 9. Things are looking okay on the goal front. They're looking very good. Alright, so looking at the Marseille side, and you've got Mandanda in goal. Kevin Wimmer at centre-back, who's played for Stoke in the past. Kevin Strootman's there. Borja Mayoral. Anyone else that I recognise? Dimitri Payet's there. A few other names which sort of half ring a bell, but not overly familiar with them. I'm hoping we'll do well here. So we can get, like, a win should be okay, I think. We should be able to get a win. We're on a good winning streak at the moment in every competition, so hopefully it will continue with this one. And there's an early corner here for Marseille, and it's headed towards goal, but it's over. Yeah, there is problems here. Throw in for us. It's headed not too far. It's Kai Havertz, Vidal to Haaland, and it's cleared. And Benedetto, oh, he's gone past the defender there, and players coming forward for Marseille now. Here's Mayoral. Could go for goal. He does, but only gets the side netting. Romero. Well won by Pogba, but it's Pizarro now. And he's lost the ball, Costa. And here's Martial. He's been in a bit of a goal drought. And, he's hit the post and Haaland will be there for the rebound. 1-0, an away goal, most important thing there. But yeah, like, Haaland's running on the spot. There's some performance issues here. Not sure what it is, not sure what's going wrong. I know, like, part of it is that my laptop's now over 3 years old and it's kind of outdated, but it still should be strong enough to run this game. We have a 1-0 lead and a away goal in France. It's important. Hopefully we can keep this lead as well. Marseille have only had 1 shot on target. Lots of possession, but they haven't done a lot with it. And we've got a free kick here, 34 minutes into the game. It's Costa, who's in good form himself at the moment, and he's got another one, and suddenly he's in double figures. He hadn't scored any goals about 2 months ago. Now he's got 10. Where's this come from? He's got a hat-trick. He's scoring in all the cups. Now he's scored in Europe as well. Costa has suddenly come good. £49 million. Suddenly it doesn't look too bad. He's got 10 goals, probably in about that many games. Assist from Lindelof again as well. He's been such a good defender for me. Lindelof and Tuanzebe have been first choice. Tar's been good when he's come in. Maguire's not got a sniff at the first team. Harry Maguire has barely been in the team. Good first half, 2-0. We are in control of this Champions League tie. Let's keep control. Alright, that's not good news. Chilwell has now picked up a knock himself. I think we are going to replace him with Shaw. Shaw's okay to play. He's at 90%, so he is fit to play. But hopefully that's not going to be Chilwell missing any game time as a header hits the bar by Benedetto. Martial's got an assist, but otherwise he's been disappointing. Do we have anyone to bring on for Havertz? Pereira, maybe? Let's do that. Havertz, we're still trying to sort of work him into the team, see what he's good at, see what he's not so good at. And so far, he's not been amazing, but it's only like his 3rd or 4th appearance. It's Dudu, who's anything but Dudu, I'm sure. Although that wasn't a good pass. It's Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe goes long. Haaland's got on the end of that. And, it's in! I thought Mandanda got to that. I think he might have done, but it still went into the net. And it's assist for Tuanzebe. Good stuff for him. Haaland gets 17th of the season. And 3-0 away from home. I think this tie has been tied up already. We might not even need to play the second leg on camera. But Mandanda, he might have got a hand to that. I don't know. But Haaland with his right foot gets it. 3-0. Alright, not long left to go. We're going to bring off Pogba, just give him a bit of a rest. We're going to bring on Sandro Tonali. Dalot also very tired on the right back spot. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Still 3-0. I say they've had 1 or 2 chances, but overall been pretty disappointing as Dudu comes forward here. But Dalot takes him off that with ease. And Costa now. This could be number 4 here, but a good tackle by Komar. And Dudu again. Can he maybe get a consolation goal for Marseille? No, they've lost out again. And Tonali brings it forward for Costa. Costa could go all the way here. And he does, but Mandanda gets to that. Throw in now with about 90 seconds left to go. It's cleared. Romero chasing it down. It's Kaletakar. And the ball for Dudu on the left. Dudu lays it off for Dykes. And it's Pizarro, a good save by De Gea and Marseille with one of their best chances of the game in the last minutes. And now a corner. And it's headed towards goal and De Gea again makes the save. Yep, there we go. 3-0 away win in France. Couldn't have been much better really. Great performance. And now hopefully the second leg will just be a foregone conclusion. But the big game is still to come today. The Carabao Cup final against Spurs. We need a trophy. We've had 2 goes at a trophy so far this season. We've failed both times. Hopefully, attempt 3 will be the time we get one. And we've still got the FA Cup as well. 5th round against Villa coming up. Champions League. We're, for now, in front in the league. We're top of the league. But like I said, Man City still have a game in hand. So, still opportunities for 2 or 3 trophies this season at least. Oh, not good news. Haaland is out for a couple of weeks maybe. Pulled abdominal muscle. Meaning he's going to miss the cup final. Do we? When's our next game after this? Villa in the cup. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We're going to trust Cavani. Maybe put Martial up front. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get him through the match. We're going to try and keep him for later games. Alright, given that we've got a cup final, we are going to have a little team meeting. Embrace the occasion. There we go. That's a good meeting. Well done, guys. Good hustle. Now hold on. The winner of the Carabao Cup enters the Euro Cup 2. Is this fabled third European competition we're hearing about that nobody agrees with? That's going to be having its first season in 2021-22. Oh, God. Oh, and now Martial's out as well. Oh, no. Oh, we could nurse him through it. We don't want to be too bereft of options. We're going to risk Martial. Like, we probably should have risked Haaland and Martial. Martial was actually not in form and Haaland is. We should have done it the other way around. But we don't want to be without too many forward options. I know we have players like Greenwood, but we can't be short of too many options. I shouldn't have done that. Well, meanwhile, Man City thrashed the bottom club West Brom 7-0. So, at least we'll be on the same number of games played again. So that puts them back in front of us by 3 points. So our lead didn't last too long. Okay, Shaw's fit to play. Chilwell, I think, will be okay as well. Dalot's fine. Wan-Bissaka's not fit to play. Alright, so Cavani will replace Haaland. Martial is fit to play. We'll bring Shaw back in. Chilwell's okay for the bench. Gonna replace Havertz with Pereira. Gonna swap those two rounds. I think that will be that. Although it's a cup final. Maignan going in goal. And we'll replace Haaland on the bench with Greenwood. We should have risked Haaland and left out Martial. I don't believe I've made that decision. And left Rashford on the bench as well, who's actually in form. Hopefully that does not come back to bite me. Martial, we need a good performance from you. You started the season well. You dried up a bit. Now, today we want a good performance from you. Andrada is in goal. Lloris is on the bench, so they've made a change there. Albert, Kahneman, Ruben Diaz and Aurier, the back four. New look centre-backs for Spurs. Vertonghen's on the bench. Davinson Sanchez on the bench. And Ndombele behind Dyer and Winks. Midfield pretty unchanged. Everton, Wilfried Zaha and a Harry Kane at front three. Mora's on the bench. Son's on the bench. Oliver Skipp's on the bench. Ryan Sessegnon on the bench. It's a strong team. It's a first choice 11 for Spurs. We've gone pretty strong ourselves. We're playing well. Again, we're going to keep it going, hopefully. It's almost like we're playing away from home here. Of course, Spurs spent a lot of time at Wembley playing their home games here. So it almost feels like an away game in that respect. Although at this point, we're in 2021. So this has been, what, 2 years? Almost 3 years that Spurs have been playing at the new White Hart Lane. I don't know. It's very dark as well. What's happened to the lights at Wembley? The lights failed or something. Why is it so dark? We're on the ball. It's Andreas to Pogba. And finds Douglas Costa with a great ball. Costa's shot's not great though. I mean, we've had 9 shots in the first half an hour. We've seen 1. So they can't have been very good efforts. And that has been pretty much the only highlight as well. We've got 10 minutes left of the first half. Been pretty uneventful. But we've had 11 shots to 5. And we've seen 1 out of 16 shots. So throw in, deep in our half, Shaw to Arturo Vidal. And Luke Shaw's got it back now. Finds Pogba. Here's Anthony Martial. Can we see something good from him? Finds Pogba over the top. Cavani's been forced out wide, but keeps it in play. And Ruben Diaz takes the ball off him. It's Zaha to Winks. And Kane, a little bit isolated up there. Didn't really have any help. And Shaw now looking to restart the Man United attack. Ball out wide. Diego Costa. God, no. Wrong player. Douglas Costa, rather. Header wide by Diaz. And Spurs again on the break. End-to-end stuff here. Great tackle by Diogo Dalot, though. Pogba. That's a ball. Cavani. Can he get a shot away? It's Costa. And, oh, it's off the post. Andrade pushed it onto the post. That was a frantic end to that half, but it took a while to get going. And half-time, going to go in 0-0 again. The first 2 opportunities for trophies in the season, we had 0-0 draws and then lost on penalties. I'm praying that does not happen again. We need a goal. I don't know how we haven't got one. 16 shots, 6 on target, no goals. What is that? Right, we're going to change it. Martial is coming off. Rashford is coming on. It's Spurs in possession. It's Jordi Alba to Everton, who's been a good player for Spurs, if I recall. He's had some good performances. Zaha's got lots of space. Look at the overlap. Aurier has got all the space in the world. He is in acres of space and puts a cross in there. Dalot heads it away, but not very far. It's Ndombele. Good save by Maignan. And Tuanzebe clears. I mean, we gave him way too much space there. We need to be much wider in the defensive. Much wider. I'm going to push the lines up as well. Albert with a free kick for Spurs. It's Everton. He's gone for goal. And it's saved, and Ruben goes for the rebound, but it's just a bit too tight for him. We're going to put Rashford up alongside Cavani. We're going to take off Costa, bring on Havertz. Again, taking some risks here, changing things up, but we need a goal. We're going attacking as well. It's not been too good this game. It hasn't gone well for us. 10 minutes left, and it's another 0-0 game in a cup final for us. Alright, we've got one more sub we can make. It could be Cavani coming off because he hasn't done well. But the fullbacks are absolutely knackered. And they're going to have a lot of work to do. We're going to leave the fullbacks. We're going to bring on Greenwood. I really want us to get a goal here. I mean, we've had 24 shots to 13, 11 on target, but no goals. An extra time to play. It's a poor goal kick by Andrade. We've got about 6 shirts coming forward here. Shaw's there in support as well. It's a cross, kind of cross. It was just a ball into the middle, really. Vidal to Dalot. Dalot's got space to put something in. He's going to try and set up Cavani, maybe. It's Pogba. Rashford. You're going the wrong way, mate. Oh, my God. What have you done? What have you just done? You just sent Lucas Moura on his way. There's 2 white shirts in the box. It's Son. Oh, what a save by Maignan. And it's headed away by Shaw. That could have been horrible. We could have gifted them a goal there. Luke Shaw on the corner kick. It's headed away by Kane. Twanzebe will look to put it back in there again. I mean, we've got not a lot of shirts back. Only 2 reds back. Lindelof. That's a great ball for Greenwood. And it's got to be. How has he got to that? Oh. What is with us in these cup finals? We can't get a goal. Another corner. We've got 5 minutes left of this first period, and it's not a great corner. I have got one more sub to make. I didn't even realise. Let's make it. It needs to be a fullback, though. I've got no more attacking players I can bring on. I can take off Vidal, although penalties. He's a very good penalty taker. We need to start thinking about pens. So I want to try and keep as many of these guys on as I can. We're going to take off all fullback. It's going to be Shaw for Chilwell. Oliver Skips on. Skips. Maignan. Oh, my God. Don't get me. No, what are you doing? Oh, my God. What are you doing? This game's going to give me a heart attack. Lindelof, look how many people Spurs have behind the ball. They want that penalty shootout. We're just giving it away. And now look at the shirts going forward. It's Kane. It's well won by Twanzebe. That's a huge tackle. And he won the ball really well as well. Chilwell. Long ball. Oh, come on. Cavani, you have to score this. What have you done? How did you missed? If that was a goal next to the goal, that would have been wide. Lucas Moura. Winks. Skip. Long range effort. It's blocked. And it's a free kick for us. It's offside. And that might be our last chance. This is our 3rd attempt at a trophy this season. The first 2 ended 0-0 and went to penalties. We lost them both. I think we've got all of our takers out. We've got Cavani, Rashford, Vidal, Pogba and Havertz. They're all good penalty takers. I think we're going to leave that as that is. That's our top 5. That's who's taking penalties. If Ireland was playing, he'd be taking one as well. But another penalty shootout to try and get us a trophy. And this time, we're going to do it. Harry Kane is first up against Mike Maignan. And he scored. 1-0 Spurs, sorry. Edinson Cavani's next for us. He's first up for us. Against this other... His name's Andrade. And he's just saved our first penalty. And it's Harry Winks now for them to make it 2-0. And, oh, Maignan saved that one. That was a very bizarre goal. It looked like the net broke. It's Rashford. This to square it if he scores it. Come on, Marcus Rashford. He scored it. Okay, we're back to square one. It's 1-1 after 2 each. That's fine. Heung-min Song taking Spurs' 3rd penalty. Going to go with the right foot. And that's a good penalty. Very strong. I can't believe we've had another penalty shootout. Arturo Vidal. Come on. This would be a great way to introduce yourself to the United fans. Oh, it sneaked in. Andrade did get to it, but Vidal scores it. And now it's Lucas Moura. We're at 2-2. This is penalty number 4 for Tottenham. And Lucas Moura. It's saved by Maignan. And now we can maybe take the advantage. It's Pogba. This to make it 3-2 after 4 penalties each. And it's down the middle. And it's 3-2. And now the game is in our hands. It's ours to lose. And now it is, who is it? It's Oliver Skipp. And he's got to score this to keep Spurs in it. And this could be our first trophy. If this does not go in, we have won the Carabao Cup. And it's Oliver Skipp, one of the youngest, probably the youngest in this Spurs squad, to try and keep Spurs in this shootout. And it's in. It's to the right. And it's 3-3. But now it's number 5 for us. I think it's Havertz. And if he scores it, we've won. So Kai Havertz again. A good way to introduce yourself to United here. He's not really done much too far. Too far. So hopefully this will be one big contribution he can make. If he scores the winning penalty in this shootout to give us the Carabao Cup. Come on. Kai Havertz with the left foot. He's done it! And we win the Carabao Cup. At long last, we've got a trophy this season. And like I said, the third time was the charm. There we go. Carabao Cup is ours. We've got a trophy this season. Hopefully the first of a few. That's one of a possible 4 we can still get. We've got the League, the Champions League, and the FA Cup that we're still in. Still in with a chance of winning. That's trophy number 1 out of the way. But another goalless draw after not even 90 minutes, 120 minutes. And then the penalty shootout, it was a bad start as Cavani had his saved. But Harry Winks and Lucas Moura not scoring for them. The hero, Mike Maignan, making the saves. And we win the Carabao Cup. Alright, well, with silverware in our possession, let's have a look at what is coming up. Now, I would have done the second leg against Marseille, but we have a 3-0 lead to take to Old Trafford. So I don't think we need to play that. What we're going to do is, I think what I was going to do is put this out Saturday and then do another video on Sunday with Marseille and Liverpool and do another double. What we're instead going to do is we're going to do Liverpool and Wolves and do that double instead. Either that, or we do a normal video today on Sunday, and then on Tuesday do maybe Man City, the Manchester derby, because that's big. That's a big game. We need to do that one. But then I'm not sure when the quarterfinals of the Champions League will be. So there's a lot to think about in terms of when we're going to play our games now, because as long as we're still in the Champions League, we're going to be playing some of those games, not the second leg here, because it seems to be a foregone conclusion we're going to go through. I don't see us losing 4-0 at home to Marseille, but stranger things have happened. But I guess we'll see what happens in the 3 games that I play. We'll get to Liverpool and we'll see where we are. It depends on when the next Champions League games played, because I'm not quite sure. But anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below. Leave comments. If you haven't done so already, or if you're new, do consider subscribing and turning on notifications. We've got ourselves a trophy today. The first one of the season and the one of maybe 4 that we can still get. Of course, we didn't quite get the first 2 right, the Super Cup and the Community Shield. Didn't get those, but finally we've won a penalty shootout this season. And we have a good lead against Marseille in the Champions League as well. Join me next time for... I don't know what. We'll have to wait and see. For now, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.